Hello my friends, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Alyssa, and just want to preface this video by saying that we are going to be talking about pregnancy loss. So if that is something that is triggering to you, just, think about your mental health before maybe diving into this video. I'm going to be talking about my own personal experience with pregnancy loss and also getting pregnant again. So if that's going to bring up any emotions for you that you're not ready to kind of watch, then I totally understand and feel free to click away. If you are interested in kind of hearing about my journey from pregnancy loss to rainbow baby pregnancy, then today is the video for you. We are talking all about it. So let's go ahead and dive in. If you don't know my story already, I will link my miscarriage video here. I had a missed miscarriage in my first pregnancy. I'm currently pregnant with my second pregnancy. I am 23 weeks by the time you're watching this. Got a little belly. So my first pregnancy ended in a missed miscarriage. I was 6 weeks and a couple of days when the fetus stopped growing, or the embryo stopped growing. I found out at 7 weeks. I went back for an 8-week checkup. Nothing had changed a week later. So at 9 weeks, I had a D&C, and that was that. So that will be shared in that video that I just mentioned before. I want to talk now about the process post D&C and then how I got to the point that I am today with this pregnancy. And really the goal of this video is just to kind of like talk about my experience, but also share some of the struggles emotionally that come with getting pregnant after you have lost a pregnancy. So I just want to kind of open up about what that has been like for me. It's definitely been the most challenging part of this pregnancy, and for anyone that is going through this, know that you are not alone. So in early June of 2022, I had my D&C. They told me after I had it that we could start trying like whenever I was cleared to have sex again, which was I think a week after. They said, you won't be able to kind of track where you are until you have a period again. So if you do want to like be very regimented about your tracking, then potentially wait until you have a period, which could come 4 to 10 weeks after your D&C. And at that point, you will know like you're kind of starting at a baseline again, right? So you're starting at cycle day 1, then you can track your ovulation, and then you can kind of try from there. That is what I decided to do. We didn't do any tracking before I got my cycle back. I got my cycle back 6 weeks-ish after the D&C. So that means I would have had an ovulation around 4 weeks post D&C, and then 2 weeks later got my period. And then from that point, we started trying and I started tracking. I have shared my tracking method that I use for ovulation and how I got pregnant the first time. It's how I got pregnant this time too. So I will link that here if you want to watch that. But I just followed that exact same method using ovulation testing strips. And I used the Diva Cup, and there was one other thing. Oh, temperature. So yeah, those are the 3 things I used. And we're diligently trying for 1 month. And then I got my period again. And then that next month is when I found out I was pregnant. So I'm going to insert the clips of me finding out that I'm pregnant, because obviously it's a very happy moment, but it's also, I hope that you can see from this video, the emotion that is behind getting pregnant after loss. I obviously burst into tears, but it was a lot of fear. I was really happy, but also really scared. So I'll show you that, and then I'll come back and kind of talk about the process that this has been and how this pregnancy has been for me emotionally. Okay, so it's really early. I'm still in the bathroom, but if you guys haven't been following the journey, I have been trying to get pregnant for, it's almost been 9 months. Had a miscarriage 2-3 cycles ago, and I just took an at-home pregnancy test, and I think I see a faint line. I don't know if you're gonna be able to see it in here. don't think you're gonna be able to see it.
Okay, I was able to squeeze a little bit more pee out. And I haven't drank anything yet, so I'm gonna see if I can do this with a digital test. I don't know if this one's gonna pick it up yet. Let's see. I just have a feeling. But the line was super, super faint on the little strips that I have, so I'm not counting on this one being positive. It's doing these things. Still whispering this man to sleep. Oh my god. Oh, I hope this one sticks. I'm so happy. I'm also really scared. Oh my god. I gotta tell Matt. Wow. Ah, you guys. It's happening. Wow. I don't think I've ever cried on camera. But wow. It's also 6 in the morning, so I'm like really tired. But pregnant. Oh my god. I'm so happy.
So let's talk about how it feels, at least for me. And I want to just, again, say that this is just my own personal experience, but from comments that I've read on other YouTube videos and just other women that I've spoken to that have lost a pregnancy and then gotten pregnant again, the amount of fear and anxiety that is following you throughout basically this whole pregnancy is a very real thing. And it really can take some of the joy out of being pregnant, because you're basically just, I basically was just scared the whole time that it was going to happen again. And what was especially, I feel, traumatic for my own personal experience was that I didn't have any signs, outward signs of miscarriage. So I went into my appointment expecting to just like see a heartbeat, and I didn't. So that, I think, has caused some, I want to say it's some sort of like form of PTSD or something. Every time I'm now going to the doctor's office, I have anxiety because I feel like I was hit with this really unexpected news that was very traumatic to process and go through. And I haven't really been able to like get past that emotionally. So every time, especially if it's an ultrasound, every time I'm going in for an appointment, there's a lot of anxiety. It's just hard for you to not let your mind go there. I think it's a self-preservation thing, and it's just easier for us to imagine the worst, because I think we then feel like we can protect ourselves from whatever trauma might be coming. We went in for a 7-week ultrasound after I found out about this pregnancy. I was really, really nervous. I had my ultrasound scheduled, but they actually wanted to see me the day before to kind of establish this pregnancy and go through like a prenatal checklist. So in that meeting, I was assuming it was just going to be like paperwork. They'd do a little checkup, weigh me, etc. But the doctor that I met with actually said, so I'm sure you're like feeling pretty anxious. Do you want to hear the baby's heartbeat? Which was not what I was expecting at all. So I was like, I guess, sure, let's see. And that moment, he did find a heartbeat, and that was like a huge relief. I can't even tell you. But it was also unexpected. So I think it kind of lessened my anxiety a little bit for the next day, because I had heard the heartbeat the day before. So going into my first ultrasound, I wasn't feeling quite as anxious because I knew that I had heard the heartbeat the day before. So I assumed that everything was still fine. Everything was measuring great. We established the due date. Baby was measuring fine. That was great. That being said, every single time that I have had to go in for an ultrasound, it has been there's been a lot of anxiety. And I would say one of the biggest ones was going into the 20-week ultrasound, because I knew at the 20-week ultrasound is where they can see like birth defects. And even though all of our tests had been normal, and I knew like the chance of miscarriage at this point is like very, very, very low. That was just another thing to worry about, right? It's like, well, what if he has a birth defect? Or what if there is something wrong that they're going to see at the 20-week ultrasound? So my mind is just always there, right? Anytime I'm going to the doctor to get him looked at, or to hear his heartbeat or anything like that, the anxiety is there. The other thing that I have really done this whole pregnancy is the wipe test. I mean, every single time I pee, I look at my underwear and I look at the toilet paper for blood every single time. It, I think, is just a habit at this point. I guess that is all to say, now where I am at 23 weeks, I can feel him. So that is, I think, more reassuring to me now. Obviously, we got through the anatomy scan and everything was normal, so that really helped. But now that I can feel him on a daily basis, like I was just feeling him a second ago, it's just this kind of like, I can like check in with him and just be like, hey buddy, like I'm feeling you, like you're okay. I rub my belly, I talk to him. It feels a lot more real now that he is just like moving around and bumping and grooving in there. So that is also really helpful once you kind of get to that point where you can feel. I do feel like the anxiety tends to go away a little bit. Well, not go away, but it tends to lessen, at least it did for me. Obviously, I'm just kind of like sharing all of my thoughts. If you take anything away from it, A is you can do this. If you're currently going through a loss, or you have been through a loss and you're trying again, you can do this. You are strong enough, you're capable, you're healthy, you're amazing, you can do this. And second of all, if you are in your rainbow baby pregnancy and you're feeling super anxious or you're feeling really worried, know that you're not alone. It's totally, totally normal to feel that way. And so many women go through that. So know that you're not alone. Your feelings are valid. Your anxieties are valid, and if you need to request more ultrasounds or you need to request more appointments, like do that with your OB and see if that's covered by insurance, and maybe that is an option for you if that's going to ease your mind a little bit. So that's pretty much all I wanted to share about my own personal story about pregnancy after loss. I'm going to next week talk about first trimester and just kind of talk about how that was for me, cravings, food aversions. I know I've talked about like my lack of symptoms, but symptoms that I experienced, anything like that. So if you have any questions about that, let me know. And any other type of like pregnancy related content that you want to see, let me know in the comments below. This isn't going to be like a pregnancy only channel going forward, but it's just the phase of life that I'm in right now. And I personally found these videos super helpful. So I want to be open and honest with my own personal experience and hope that if you are going through something similar that I went through, that it's helpful for you. I hope you enjoyed. If you are going through it, the thick of things right now, my heart is with you. I see you. Again, you are strong, you are capable, you can do this, you can get through this. Lean on your loved ones, lean on your friends, lean on your doctors if you need to, and lean on me too. Feel free to message me or drop a comment, anything like that. I'm happy to talk more and kind of help you through it however I can. So thank you so much for watching. I love you guys so much. So much love to you, and I'll see you in the next video.